At the core, an undergraduate education is the acquisition of a body of knowledge. You take a set of classes within certain areas, and once you completed all those classes, you receive the degree. A graduate degree is different. It goes beyond just taking courses and acquiring a body. There's an element you've got to then synthesize that and pull it together into a much larger understanding of that field.
When you are in undergraduate, you have to do what the teachers tells you to do, basically. And here, you have to really think by yourself.
What you do in your studies is very driven with autonomy, so you can sort of create your own course and research what you want to research as opposed to the curriculum set out by your undergraduate program.
To me, it means thinking more critically about things, becoming more well-rounded and confident in your abilities. I think that's been a big thing to learn that your ideas are valid and that the ideas of people around you can really help propel your own ideas.
There's a lot of collaboration in the classroom and a lot of learning from your peers.
You are really expected to go beyond just doing the minimal reading and writing to really begin to think for yourself and to think about how this literature that you're encountering affects you and how it might affect what you ultimately want to do, and how the things that you're learning can be applied to ultimately what your individual goal is.
So you're not just taking courses and acquiring a set of knowledge. You really are becoming, you have this overall understanding, nuanced understanding of the field, and you are then as an apprentice, and the apprenticeship in its best form really is an immersive experience.
I do see graduate school as a scholarly apprenticeship because it really prepares you and teaches you how to think creatively about different scenarios, and really challenges your thinking, and it encourages you to challenge existing knowledge and research.
Apprenticeship is about gaining experience in whatever field it is that you're working, and so this is no different. I mean, I'm working towards a degree, but it's still really a job, and that's what it's all about, is learning to be, more of a professional in whatever industry area that you're looking.
You don't really know exactly what you're doing unless you get that sort of apprenticeship and mentorship by the successful professors in your department, and OU's really been great with that.
The wonderful thing about graduate school is you're able to have some intense interaction and very personal focus between yourself and certain academic scholars that are recognized for their expertise in certain areas.
The graduate experience is not just attending class and taking those particular lessons. It's then outside of the class. You will be hanging out with other students and with the faculty, and you'll be talking about ideas of the discipline, and that's where you get a lot of the nuanced understanding of the both the content and the norms and the culture and the processes for that discipline. What we're seeing now, though, is that idea of the community and the integrated view extends beyond just the academics, but it's into the personal life and also the community responsibility life of students. We had never really done a welcome week for graduate students. So we now do that, and one thing we have is we do a cookout. So outside the offices, one lunchtime, we roll out the grill, and the graduate college staff, myself, we cook burgers and stuff for about 400 students. This is part of my experience as a graduate student here, is I am primarily focusing within my department, but I've also got this larger community of students I can meet from across different disciplines and have a social function. They're basically saying, if I'm going to come in and get a graduate education, what's going to be the quality of my experience? What are you going to do for me? How will that prepare me to then go out into my professional life? So I think some of the things we do with the graduate life programs really are trying to, again, prepare you for that kind of commingled academic, social, community model that you will be practicing when you go into your career.